Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as the blue Soviets, where Bulat. Spawn as his ally as the yellow Soviet, where PS3YES. As opponents as the magenta OKW player, we have VonManteuffel, and as the red Wehrmacht player, we have Heartless Jager. 2 Pioneer opener. Do we see tier 1? I think he's going for a tier 1 skip. Yes, looks like he is going for a tier 1 skip, which actually is quite important to notice. You'd like to go for 2 MG42s to help secure the territory. The 2 Pioneers will be great for capping pressure. And it looks like his teammate is going to be supporting him as well with the Shum Pioneers, so he is aware this may be a pre-made team up here. No guarantees. I don't mean that's an insult either. That's going to capture up that, or manage to deploy out that heavy cover in time. Combat engineers going to just engage at long range, not close range. And the combat engineer should be able to win out in that engagement, no problem. Looks like we'll be capturing up the central points. We got 2 Shum Pioneer opener for magenta OKW player as well. So it's going for a bit more heavy or hard hitting assault. He has gone for the grand offensive abduction, so likely we'll see, yeah, a Panzerfusilier is out on the build queue. And immediately goes to the heavy cover. He's not going to be able to capture it while that guy's firing at him, so might as well go into heavy cover and actually fight more evenly. Excuse me as I get hiccups. Penal Squad has put out to engage the OKW's Shum Pioneers, and the fact he's gone for, both of them has gone for a tier 1, and the fact there's no Grenadiers out on the field, which means there's going to be no snares except for those Panzerfusiliers, so this could be a great opportunity to engage the Axis players with the M3 half-tracks, or not M3, the M3A1 scout cars. We have one, the blue player has played out Sniper, not a big fan of snipers in the game. It also really slowed down their ability to control their field. Those combat engineers are going to fall back sooner rather than later. They're quite wounded. They're sending lots of fire there. I'm so surprised they haven't dropped any more models right there. Holy crap, they need to get out medic as soon as possible.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Even putting the back of the M3 scout car could actually be pronating them still getting wiped out. That's how low health they are. The other combat engineer has dropped the model as well, so going for Flamer, putting the back of the M3 is still not even the greatest. On the right side, we've got the Pioneers engaging the Penal Squad. M242 is engaging these forces over here. We've got another M242 here, which will prevent him from leaving the heavy cover other than through the retreat. Does get a snipe shot there and does fall back. Overall, the Soviet players, I thought they would be a bit more aggressive. The fact that they see the MG's opener and the fact that the OKW player has trouble versus clown cars. We do have the one clown car deployed on out, but of course he's fighting against Panzerfusiliers. You got another clown car deployed out. It will rip apart that Kubelwagen. Oh, and the scout car itself almost went down. Actually, the Pioneers can actually take it down. Getting some bursts off there. Getting oh so closer. One more bullet pin will finish it off. The Pioneers almost took it out there. Nope. Got a bit of a lag spike there from the Minesweeper somehow. Combat engineers forced back by the Panzerfusiliers and Sturm Pioneers. Another snipe shot. Up to 6 kills so far. And now we got another Penal Squad, or a Penal Squad being deployed out by blue. You may want to keep that in mind, perhaps for some PTRSs. He has got deployed, selected the mechanized support Texas, who's not trying to save up the guards. He's going to be going straight for Penals to buy him some time. Does get a nice engagement here from the Shum Pioneers. You can cancel that. No, he does still can't deploy out the Penal Squad. There's a Shum mine right there. He needs to fall back. He could actually take out Worth. for this Soviet player, that is definitely worth. The scout car had limited usage very, very soon, and taking out Shooting Pioneer like that, it was definitely worth. Soviet sniper making his advance. Got Panzer II on the build queue for the magenta OKW player. Hopefully the red Wehrmacht player deploys out a med bunker for his teammate. I hear another landmine detonation there. There goes the other M2 scout car there, but this time it was unsummerized and to another shoe mine, I believe, onto that right there. And maybe a full body block there, so Flamer Engineer may have... Nope, he's found a gap there. I thought he was going to have to retreat back that direction. Try and pursue that Flamer Engineer. He does get the kill there on the Flamer Engineer.
We are losing a sector.
We do have a swept Teller mine there. Very nice. And the Penal Squad will be engaged at close range. One guard's rifleman has been deployed on Al, getting some good damage in. And a pair of PTRS shots do come on in.
Mortar team reports ready for combat.
Panzer II is receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Shooting Pioneer is advancing, but does receive, I think, 2 sniper shots there? Nope, just 1 sniper shot.
Night vision Sturmgewehr are now available.
Getting out some more G43s, engage these forces. And we've got some DPs now deployed out, and the Flamer's getting some great bursts in. This Panzer squad may go down, does get the G43 upgrade right there. May get wiped out, however, in return. G43 squad still being pursued. And does get forced back by the Panzer II.
Guards troops ready for action.
MG42 is setting up behind some heavy cover there. There's, of course, a bit of a bunker line there, so hard to see if the actual cone of arc fire. And you've got the 200mm mortar raining around in somewhere over here. Perhaps on this guy here. Actually, no, it was over here. The angle is quite wide. These are good hits there. We got an artillery officer there. He finds a shot there from the 200mm mortar, which will completely neuter him. Pioneers do not have HSC-1 to deploy out some field, the field first aid ability. Neither of them do. Nowhere near close enough. Panzer II has been healed, trying to skirmish around, trying to engage these forces, getting some damage in.
Yes. Mortar here.
120mm mortars raining on in. Does roll some misses there. Panzer II making their advance, trying to engage these forces. The Soviet sniper is at the 13 kills, trying to run him down. This would be a great time for a frag grenade there. Does get a sniper there.
We have made the ultimate sacrifice. The enemy has cut off a sector. Mortar crew ready.
100mm mortar trying to engage on in. Got a button vehicle from the Panzer II. Panzer II's charging on forward as well. Both of them are very opportune targets, and does take out the Panzer II there with the PTRSs.
Light vehicle destroyed.
Panzer Grenadier does fall back. 222s roaming around, trying to engage these forces, getting some good damage in. And here comes 100mm mortar, perhaps throwing around there onto 222. But no, finds a direct hit there onto the Pioneers. Not a great target for the hit, but good damage in. We've got a satchel charge right there, destroying all that heavy cover. And more 100mm mortar shots there on the MG42. and takes out the casualty that was behind that tree. T-70 has more on the field, gets some good damage there onto the MG42. We got the brace turret right there. No vehicles in the region to crush it. The only thing that technically can crush at this point of the game would be the Su-76, which can crush infantry units. Which, of course, that's being on the wrong side for the crushes. Both the Panzer do fall back. We got the budget vehicle there on 2, trying to get that 2 dead. He does get the kill there on the 222. There are 2 T-70s to put on the field. The Wehrmacht or the Oak may need to go for out a Puma. Great flamer burst there on the penals. Does get some suppression there on the combat engineers, able to get the incendiary rounds there onto the rear armor of the T-70, dealing some trip damage. That's about it. Not prone to being wiped anytime soon. Cap 40, the cannon for however does find a good hit there, which should allow for another shot there to finish it off if he fires. Actually, the incendiary rounds did take it out. Both of them did use incendiary rounds. I'm sure surprised that he managed to squeeze that out. Cannon Whipper wasn't. The combination of the incendiary rounds was enough to put enough damage there for the beginning to get the double shot to kill it off, but I was surprised that the incendiary rounds was able to do enough to finish it off themselves. I think that's heavy mortar barrage there from the artillery officer, getting some direct hits there. Even force back the guard squad.
Send enemy armor! Adjust fire! Get to march! Protect the flank!
Penal squad receiving some fire there. We do have the Pioneer squad advancing as well behind some heavy cover, but of course not in flamer range. Guardsmen do brace third behind the heavy cover as well. It does draw a frag grenade there, rolls a miss. Panzer squad may get ripped apart. There's a lot of fire on the troop path and does take that squad out. This Panzer squad needs a troop back sooner rather than later. It still has a chance of being wiped with the nearby guardsmen. Pack 40 does roll a miss there on T-70. Pantrix now pushing the way forward. Gets multiple hits there, and that takes out the T-70 with a 1-2-3 punch. MG42 finds a nice angle there, suppressing these forces, and that's a bundle grenade. Holy crap. Wipes out one of those squads entirely. He does pick up a PTR. No, it's just a PTRS. Oh, wipes up both the guard squads. There is a drop DP right there, which could be useful for any number of these squads. Perhaps maybe not the... Picking up the PTRS on the Pantrix squad is actually a good idea. This is already meant for AT. That will really help out this AT. There goes the Pioneer squad. The DP could be an item for the Oberstsatzen. Oberstsatzen currently engaging the Penal squad at long range. The bolt action rifles of the Oberstsatzen squad are quite good. He does pick up the DP there of the assault officer. Not really a great weapon for him, honestly. Does get a nice frag grenade there onto the MG42. Penal squad coming for a flank. If he would not have gone for that frag grenade, he perhaps could have got a satchel charge and wipe it out entirely. Flamer bursts onto the officer, does force him back.
Our industry grows to support us.
Flamer bursts are coming on in. Penal squad does not get suppressed there by the MG42, but they may have received a burst. Also, eyeing to capture this central VP. Does get the infrared STG upgrade as well. MG42 does find a nice suppression there onto the Penal Squad before they got behind heavy cover, and now the Grenadiers are now making their advance. Guys, this gun and a Maxim on the build queue for yellow. He does spot this landmine being built there. He's like, yeah, he's going to throw a bundle grenade to defuse it, and the combined splash damage could wipe out the entire squad. Yep. And now there's a combat engineer on the build queue, because he does need to still tech up to tier 4 in order to get out of T-34, 85, or 76, or Katusha, or Su-85. Basically, you need heavier assets. We do have the artillery flares being called on in, the heavy mortar barrage. Ooh, he's throwing some rounds on himself. Not exactly great. Does utilize the diversion ability right there. Over here, the penal squads and guard squads making an advance with this fighting against 2 Obsatsen. The other one is being upgraded to LMG. More mortar hits. And now we do have a smoke ability, smoke flare, smoke off-map smoke barrage from the artillery officer raining on in. Obsassins and Panzercruisers engaging at long range against combat engineers. They won't be able to do much against those forces. Guardsmen are capturing up the central VP. They could brace dirt there. And over here, we do got the penal squad behind some heavy cover there, but does manage to get suppressed thanks to that one guy out of cover. 150mm mortars are now raining on in. Good spotting there from the penal squads. And there was actually a landmine detonation there. Not sure what type of landmine it was. Maybe a teller mine. Could be a shoe mine. It does fall back to MG42 now. Panzer Grenadiers advancing, does throw a bundle grenade there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. Oh! Running some bundle grenade there, receiving a bit of splash. There's a Soviet landmine there as well. Lost an MG team. Not so sure where the MG team went down. Maybe to the 100mm mortar. We've got a broom bar now out on the field. We've got the hold fire ability turned on for the broom bar. And we do also have the Panzer IV advancing. Over here, we've got the Pioneers advancing. Does drop a model there. Rumbar advancing. Gets a direct hit on the Maxim, as well as artillery flare. No, that's a smoke barrage from the artillery officer. It does get decrewed there. Panzer IV is advancing. Got two Obersatzens here, as well as the Panzer Fusiliers. Does drop a model there, and Sturm Pioneers falling back. Does find the landmine there. Of course, can't exactly sweep it since the Sturm Pioneers falling back. Does get an AT grenade shot there, or that may have been a landmine underneath him. Finds the other landmine that managed to recamouflage in time. I'm actually not sure what got that first explosion there. That was a penal squad, not a conscript squad. Here comes the Zis barrage. Gets a good hit there.
Supply lines have been cut.
Let's find a good hit there. Got some good hits in return with the Panzer Shreks. Pack 40 now receiving a Zist barrage, but we could see a bundle grenade there. But he won't be able to get a whole lot of extra damage onto it since there's 2 squads right there. Patrick Sue fires shots there, takes out, I believe that was the Maxim. Fully destroying it. Yep, there's a destroyed Maxim there. It does get some nice suppression there onto those squads. Guards riflemen are advancing. Brumbar has... Remember, he has hold fire turned on, so it's all manual targeting.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Gets a good hit there as well, getting kills all across the line. Does receive a nice pen as well. More mortar shots right there. We've got the penal squad advancing. Ooh, good hit. We got a fuse timer there from the 100mm mortar. We've got a rifle flare coming out by the Panzer Fusiliers. Got one of the Pioneer models with that mortar. Next one's coming in. That probably won't get the Pioneers. That one will definitely not get the Pioneers. And the fuse barrage has been ended. Obsassins making their advance. Fine, get behind that heavy cover there. T-35. Great opportunity to get to a crush there, knock him against the terrain to get a great crush action. Got Panzerwerfer barrage now ramming on in. Get some great hits there.
All of our troops have been lost.
Oh, on the right side, we've got the mark target there on the Panzer IV. Doesn't get the kill there, but almost got the kill. On the left side, we've got the Brumbar firing again. Does not destroy the Zist gun there. If he does get a button there, he's trying for another shot there. Obus has to come forward, which will decrew the Zist gun. The Brumbar still has plenty of health, does fall back to avoid that shot. And there goes the Zist gun there. There's a drop of a couple weapons there. It looks like a Panzer Striker. It looks like a Panzer Grenadier squad may have been wiped there. He still has this Panzer Grenadier here. And I think I saw the Panzer Striker upgrade available, so he just dropped one, not both. Or didn't drop the entire squad. Mines being deployed on Elt. And now we do have a Bulat truck. He's trying to increase his own munitions income. He has selected a doctrine. Perhaps maybe I should talk about the player's doctrines. We do have the, of course, Grand Offensive. Noticed earlier, we got Assault Support, which of course we saw the Assault Officer, but now the Bulat has been called in for increasing more munitions income. Call them more and more, probably airstrikes and cluster bombs, various airstrikes. For the opponent, of course, we know about the Guard Motor Coordination Tactics with the T-34-85 Guard Squad and 100mm mortars. And for his teammates, we also got the Mechanized Support Tactics for the Guard Squad and the ISU-152, which we also saw the marked target as well. Good hits there, good damage there on the bar. As a force by the ground, not a bunker buster. He's trying to destroy some of this cover there. One Panzer truck does connect with the ISU-152. SG-5 does connect as well as the T-34-85 is advancing. Multiple hits there, and that bounce saved the life of the Panzer IV. Does have good armor, so that bounce was statistically possible. Not unlucky they didn't get the wipe there.
The enemy is taking our
Here,
territory.
no, that's the Panzerwerfer barrage. Does not wipe out the Guard Squad.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
Brumbar, relying shot, gets good hit there. 100mm mortar does connect with the Cannonwerfer. And now we do have a marked target onto the Brumbar. The Brumbar will be backing away. Pack 40 does find a good shot there. ISU 1552 does find a good shot there onto the Oberstatsen, as this Oberstat squad is starting to engage as well. Ooh, good hit. Pack 40 does find some shots there as the Pathfinder is getting some good angles in. Good hits there. Rifle Flare has been thrown out by the Panzer Fusiliers as Ziskun's sitting it up trying to gauge that Panzer 4. They do get one pen, one miss as the IC-152 is still throwing high rounds onto the infantry.
We have an isolated sector.
Ooh, 120mm mortar fully gets destroyed there. Pass forward, pushing way forward, does find a good shot there. We could see the coordinated barrage there. Seems like a pretty good target for that. He does have a small amount of munitions float, nothing too significant, however. Pass forward for barrage. Ooh. Annihilates that penal squad. We got a Soviet landmine there, swept. Not removed or disposed of. Now here comes the Panzer IV barrage. Does get a small decrew action. That may allow him to get the decrew. They have the artillery barrage. Yeah, the artillery barrage does claim the kill. Pioneer and Panzer Grenadiers make an advance, as well as the support of the Sturm Pioneers with their Panzer tracks. We got some rounds being thrown on there, and more rounds being thrown on top of this fuel point. The Jager are lining up a shot there on the ISU 152. Does not find a good angle there. SU-5 is a little bit wounded there. Pikes with rounds still loaded, trying to find an angle. Jagdpanzer is in range, as it doesn't have vision range. T-3485, maybe eyeing to advance. Pack 4 doesn't connect. And now here comes a close range Panzer Warfare barrage onto the Pack 40 and rolls and misses there. Panzer Warfare barrage raining on in. It does find a good hits there onto the Command chest, takes them both out. Oberstatsen and Panzer Fusiliers who make their advance. We do have the Pack 40 engaging, getting some good hits there on the Jagdpanzer. One shot away from death, but does manage to escape on out there. Finds a landmine, as we've got a marked target there onto the Panzer IV. Panzer IV barrage does connect in that region. And the ISU 152 says no to your infantry advance. Over here, we've got the Panzer Grenadiers advancing once more, avoiding the fire from the penals, trying to get some Panzer shots onto something. Trying to hunt down that Su-85. It should take both Panzer shots in order to get the kill. One would not be enough. Good body blocking there onto the Panzer squad, but I don't think he will get a wipe. He may not even get one more model there. Minor splash there, and the Ziskan does find a shot there on the Brumbar. Panzer IV does receive a button there, but will escape the button. Brumbar fires shot, gets a great hit there on those guard squad, does fall back in time. As the S-35 does find shots there, as the S-35 receives a shooting gallery of Pack 40s and goes down. How many Pack 40s were there? It seemed like 4? It must have been 2 shots from the Jagdpanzer. Transport for barrage raining in. Great hit there. Katyusha barrage raining in return. Both sides falling back for all the infantry, Jagdpanzer and Panzer IV in this region. Panzer IV does receive a button forcing him back. Bombard's starting to make his advance, trying to get a shot in or two. Find some damage in there. He does find a good hit there onto the Sturmpanzer. Good hits there, multiple AT gun shots there.
Our headquarters is taking enemy fire.
I'm not sure what went down there. The Katyusha actually may have went down there. Wasn't really paying attention to the Katyusha. There's still this Katyusha here. And 0 kills, so it's probably not that Katyusha. So the Katyusha may have went down that mix. The Mount does claim the kill there. Multiple AT gun shots there. No armor piercing rounds load up on the ISU-152. The Jagdpanzer are falling back. Does receive another pin there and rolls a miss there. Oh, I thought I heard a landmine or S-mine. Unit squad trying to capture this point as guards riflemen advance as well. Still got the marked target and hold fire state there on the Brumbar. Good hits there.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Good hits onto the Obersaratsen.
T-34 ready for combat.
Great hits there. Panzerwerfer's getting some good hits in the mix as well. These infantry units trying to advance, even they pose a threat to the Katyusha if they were to get into range, but they will not get the range. They do decrew the AT gun. Next high explosive round should come in very soon. Yep, they do. We do have, of course, the officer squad does fall back. And now we've got the Tiger tank deployed out by the Wehrmacht player. We could see a Tiger tank by the OKW player as well, so we may see a pair of Tigers. We could also see a King Tiger. Do has all HQs deployed out. It may be a good idea to go with the King Tiger, something a bit more heavier. As much as you want to get on the regular Tiger tank, because it's your doctrine. It is a little bit cheaper as well, but he is very close to getting the Tiger tank out. So he may be just best to go with the Tiger tank rather than save the fuel for the King Tiger. Those rolls and bounces there. Receives a high explosive round bounce as well. Barrage detonates a landmine that the T-34 was on top of, which is at the exact wrong time. The Panzerwerfer does find a hit there. T-34 is dodging some shots. Mark target there onto the Jagdpanzer. It does go down. T-34 will stay alive, but we need to get the full health for his engine to be not damaged. Tiger tank does receive shots there from the captured Pack 40 as the OKW infantry starting to advance. The Panzer just need to fall back. They don't have a heal out of combat ability, so they need to fall back sooner rather than later because they're going to get disintegrated. They are getting disintegrated. The second Tiger tank has been deployed on the field. 2 Tigers out in the field now. Good hit there onto the Obersaratsen. Panzer IV will need to fall back sooner rather than later. Does put Sun out of there. Ooh, not sure what that was. That may have been officer, artillery called in by the Panzer IV. Yes, it was. Good shots there by the Tiger tank. Panzer Grenadiers may be able to get the wipe there. There's a drop interest here. Not a good item to pick up by the Panzer Grenadiers. And he will escape on out of there. High explosive round does say, yeah, fall back. Good hits there. Brumbar finds a good shot there on the guard squad. The guard squad needs a fallback sooner rather later because it's about ready to get disintegrated. Loses 2 miles of that shot. He almost lost that squad to that shot as well. Got 2 AT guns here, and he's playing a landmine right underneath his teammates' AT guns. Panzer IV, Veteran C3 is advancing as well. Trying to engage the T-34-76. Rifle flare has been fired.
The sector is at risk.
And finds a good hit there onto the Obersatzen. Katyusha barrage. Oops. Raining on top of the active OPW's infantry. Nearly wipes it out. Both Tiger tanks. The red one's slightly dinged up. The magenta one's still plenty of health remaining. Tiger tank and Panzer IV starts to make his advance. Gets some good hits there. Takes out the Panzer IV. First there on the guards riflemen. We do have the Tiger tank and the Panzer IV engaged in some damage there. As this gun's starting to push their way forward, we could see potential ram from T-34 as well. Which they don't have anything like on the off maps with nuke vehicle. Speaking about off maps, got the commander artillery now running on in. Does force on the ground, does get the kill there, but he will lose potentially both AT guns for it. One of them does go down, the other one still has plenty of health with the gun. It does get decrewed. Mark target down the Tiger tank. Does get a nice pen there with the Tiger tank. And start focusing down the Zis gun. Finds some hits there, forcing back the Tiger tank. And starts salvaging the destroyed gun. It's very nice. Tiger tank's now falling on back. The short gun does not get ran over, so that is some free fuel. Here, Katyusha barrage raining on in on top of the Pack 40. Pack 40 is severely winning. That's a Vet 3 Pack 40, so getting it decrewed is quite important. Actually, next set of rockets could take it out entirely. Nope, they do not. Panzer Warfare barrage coming on in, so it's another Katyusha barrage. I'm not sure where the Panzer Warfare barrage is raining on in. Maybe it was over here. Yes, and nuked whatever infantry is there. The opening players' infantry start making their advance, getting some good damage in. Good hits there. Up north, we got the Neo squads trying to capture that point. They do capture the point. And good damage there onto the Panzer Fusiliers.
Supply sector under attack.
Ooh, Panzer Grenadiers received a nice hit there. Patrick starts making the advance, finds a pair of shots there onto the S-85. It'll take 2 more volleys to take out that S-85. It's not responding all too well. Got another pair of hits there, but he won't be able to get the last set of hits. Tiger tank finds a hit there, almost takes out that Panzer Grenadier squad, but does not. Good hits there. And good hits all across the line. Penal squads are making their advance with the guardsmen. Guards rifles. Stun grenade connects. which they could have stuck around, but it would sustain a lot of free pot shots. We do have some pioneers captured over the left flank. We do have the
Pioneers ready for assignment.
pioneers ready for assignment. And we've got the penal squad now receiving some tiger tank shots, and burn bar shots, and other tiger tank shots. Magenta has deployed out a Panther. Interesting. That would be a good idea to help break through and engage that ISU-152. Does roll a bounce there. Get some good hits there. Patricia way too forward, but it actually be brought forward, actually allowed to dodge the Panzerwerfer shots. But it's there on the Tiger tank. The ISU-152 finally load up some armor-piercing rounds, engage these units that are lacking KT, and this will help hard counter the Tiger tank as it advances. We've got mark target there on the Magenta Tiger tank, so that's actually a button. It does go down to the PTRS fire of the Guardsmen. Smoke rounds have come on in, so that's the Tiger tank there. People say you should always put your ISU-152 on high explosive rounds, but the armor-piercing effect of the ISU-152 is actually quite good. People don't use both, I would say. People say, oh, don't use armor-piercing rounds. No, do use armor-piercing rounds. It has 2 rounds for a good reason. It's meant to shoot both of them. And while you have it loaded armor-piercing rounds, you can always use the concrete-piercing rounds to engage infantry. Magenta does not have a whole lot of fuel. It may be a good idea to save up for another Panther rather than go another Tiger tank. King Tiger's probably off the table entirely. It's a nice pen there. I believe that was like 240 pen in the same way, or 240 damage like the King Tiger. So the armor-piercing rounds of the ISU-152 just hit like a truck. And almost he fires rounds as heavy as a truck, probably. To be fair, the mass of a truck going around 60 miles per hour is probably equivalent to the force of whatever speed the round is going at from the ISU-152. So hitting like a truck is probably a very accurate description. Two-shot barrage running on in. The guard squad does get forced back. He's going for an anti-tank rifle grenade. No, he does not get off. He could push forward a little bit. And now the Panthers are getting some good hits there on the T-54-76. The ISU-152 could push forward, throw some rounds into the Panther. As the Su-85 is making his advance as well. Good hit there on the penal squad. Got a nice rear armor hit there on the Brumbar. And a nice little button there. Su-85 will now get some great hits in there. He's trying to repair it up the Brumbar. He will manage to get out of the button range, but he does receive a pen there. Su-85 in pursuit is Special C2. Improved penetration and accuracy, which does help with firing on the move as well. Patrick Zoo connect, getting a great hit there. Main gun destroyed, so now Tiger Tank can advance. He knows the button's on cooldown. It does take out the Su-85 there.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
Does out a bundle grenade there. Does retreat back in time as the T-54-76 starts to make his advance. Metro C2. Now we're going to have the Panzerwerfer barrage raining on in. Does roll a miss there. Opens on to now Veteran C4. Can now use suppressive fire ability. Does receive a pen there onto the T-54-76 as another Zisgun shot comes in over here. We do have quite a bit of repairs coming out on the Sturmpanzer. We do also have a 2-2 being deployed on out. Why 2-2? Maybe something to secure the flanks? Is he that low in pop? Yeah, he is very low in population space, so he's maximizing his population to choose what? 4 populations, relatively cheap. Maybe something to plant on the flanks in order to keep it secure. He could keep the officer near his Tiger tank, because the inspiring aura does affect vehicles and improves the reload rate. Got the mortar barrage coming in from the officer as well. Brumbar is trying to get some shots in, but there's a lot of Pinos here, but there's only 1 guard squad, so that Tiger tank has a lot of targets for it. He may be eyeing for a button there now. On the flanks here, we've got the Panzerwerfer barrage. Does take out one of the Sturm Pioneers with a flamer. Now the Sturm Pioneer squad needs to fall back. Speaking of falling back, the Panther is blitzing away. T-34-6 does have a lot of shots and gets a nice hit there. ISU-152 needs to go line up a concrete piercing round. Nope, he does not. Good hits there onto that captured MG-42. The VPs are heavily favored towards the Axis players, but it's currently a bit of a neutral capture at the moment. Nothing captured on the northern flank at this moment, though we've got the Panzer Grenadiers trying to capture it up now. Does the crew the captured... Does? Yeah, it does capture the captured... Decaptured the, decrewed the captured MG-42. Wow. That Tiger tank found a lot of anti-tank assets. Very good scouting, right? Bunker Buster Barrage finds a direct hit there on the Penal squad. Force back. The guard squad has to be very careful. Need to get to the far side of this thing. Does receive a bit of splash there, nothing too significant. An ISU-152 is trying to line up some armor-piercing rounds onto the Brumbar. Panzerwerfer barrage, perhaps trying to barrage right here. Finds a good hit there. Tiger tank here, backing away, does receive a Zis gun and ISU shot. Good hits there onto the Panther as well as the Penal squad does fall back. Multiple hits there onto the Panther tank. Brumbars makes advance. Brumbar does really miss there on the repairing squads. Penal squad's going to capture the point, and there's just too much AT for the Axis players to deal with. Magenta should have got out another Panther rather than Tiger tank. They need to be aggressive engaging those vehicles. There's a lot of AT guns. The Allies do have a lot of AT assets. They don't really have anything to stop the elite infantry from the OPW player. One of the Panzer Grenadiers, of course, have Panzer Strikes. It's not exactly great for the infantry. Now here comes a anti-infantry strafing run here by the OPW or Wehrmacht player. He does have enough munitions here for a fragmentation run who can support an advance such as hitting these AT guns. Now we do have a marked target being put out by Blue. More AT gun shots onto, or anti-tank gun shots onto the Axis infantry. Marked target onto the Tiger tank as the Tiger tank and the P-54 will spot each other. And got 2 good hits there by the Zis guns. He's going to be blitzing away, trying to avoid an additional fire. Get some good hits there. The Tiger tank is now advancing, blitzing forward, trying to pursue these forces, seeing some deadly hits. ISU does receive a stun shot there by the fragmentation bombs. And also, all these forces got stunned. They would call the ISU-152 losing that 3 ISU-152 is a big loss. Another marked target right here. Ooh. Magenda's Panther does receive some hits there. Still a lot of AT for Blue. Good. Potential barrage onto the inner forces. Does force them back. Doesn't capture the VP right here. Pushed a little bit too far forward for that. I think it's still in favor of the Axis players by 2-1 margin. Panther does receive a hit there. And it's starting to blitz away. Tiger Tank does receive some hits. Burn Bars making his advance. Will throw around there on the Pino squad. The problem with having it on hold fire all the time, it doesn't automatically try to aim the gun.
Location captured.
That 3 T-3476 does find a hit there. Another SV5 is being pulled out. He's not going for another ISU-152. He's going for anti-armor assets. Patrick's do find a good hit there. Tiger Tank rolls a miss. Burn Bars absorbing shots for the Tiger Tank. Tiger Tank's at Veteran C3 as well. The magenta Tiger Tank is at Veteran C0. Almost at Veteran C1. Find some shots there on the Panzer full Tiger Tank. Tiger Tank does see some shots there, does get back to C1. Multiple hits there. These forces charging on 4, trying to get some good damage in. And the T-3476 is now falling in back, trying to avoid some fire there. Panther's advancing, does find a hit there, takes up the T-3476. Tiger Tank, however, almost goes down. SU-85 it does go down there. Magenta forces are falling up back. And we've got some Provocation Bomb coming in by the Wehrmacht player, gets a decent hit there. And past Falsos connect, taking out the another SU-85. The Allies are losing a lot of forces right here. I think, yeah, the Allies... Nope, that's the Wehrmacht player casting GG. SU could be player. It's not over until the Allies submit. Or they straight up lose. And Katusha, I think... Yep, looks like the blue player has actually backed out of the game. That's maybe why they cast him GG, because he actually backed out of the game. And that's the end of the replay. In a very nice cinematic way. Look at that. This is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.